You've probably heard it before. Success doesn't happen overnight. But what if I told you that the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often determined by something far simpler than talent, luck, or connections? What if it came down to just a few key habits? Habits that, when practiced consistently, could change your life. Today, we're diving deep into some of the life-changing habits that can set you on the path to success. These habits aren't rocket science. They're simple, yet incredibly powerful. But don't take my word for it. Let's start with a study. The power of consistency. Back in the 1960s, a psychologist named Walter Mischel conducted an experiment with children called the marshmallow test. The kids were given a choice. They could eat one marshmallow immediately, or wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. The kids who managed to wait ended up having better life outcomes in terms of academic success, health, and even income. Why? Because they mastered one of the most powerful habits for success: consistency. Success doesn't come from one big moment. It comes from the small, consistent actions you take every single day, whether it's waking up early, sticking to a workout routine, or following through on your goals. Consistency builds momentum that eventually leads to success. The key is to keep showing up, even when you don't feel like it. Time management mastery. Let's face it, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but not everyone knows how to use them effectively. In fact, research shows that successful people tend to spend their time intentionally. They prioritize tasks, set clear goals, and avoid distractions. Time management isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. One technique many successful people use is time blocking. By setting aside specific blocks of time for certain tasks, you can avoid multitasking and get more done in less time. Another great tool, the Pomodoro technique. Working in focused intervals with short breaks in between. It's a simple habit that can skyrocket your productivity. The habit of continuous learning. Learning doesn't stop after graduation. In fact, it shouldn't even stop after any major milestone. The most successful people are often the most curious ones. They make learning a daily habit, whether it's reading a book, listening to a podcast, or taking an online course. Take Warren Buffett, for example. He spends about 80% of his day reading. Why? Because he knows that knowledge compounds over time. The more you learn, the more opportunities you have to grow and adapt in an ever-changing world. Building a strong morning routine. The way you start your day can set the tone for the rest of it. Successful people tend to have a structured morning routine that helps them feel energized and focused. Whether it's a quick workout, meditation, journaling, or even just a good breakfast, having a morning routine that works for you can be a game changer. For example, the early morning hours are often the most productive of the day. By waking up at 5 a.m., you can get a head start on your day, making sure you're mentally prepared for whatever challenges come your way. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity. Failure is often seen as a setback, but for successful people, it's simply a lesson. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. Take Thomas Edison, for example. He failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." By changing the way you view failure, you can turn every setback into a stepping stone towards success. The most successful people aren't afraid to fail. They're afraid of not trying. Building strong relationships and networking. Success isn't just about what you know. It's also about who you know. Building strong relationships and networking with the right people can open doors and create opportunities you might never have imagined. But it's not about shallow connections or collecting business cards. It's about forming meaningful, mutually beneficial relationships. Think about your own network. Are you nurturing relationships that will help you grow? Networking doesn't just happen at business events. It can happen anytime you're talking to someone who shares your values or has similar goals. Prioritizing health and well-being. Your body is your most important asset. No matter how successful you become, if you don't take care of your health, everything else will eventually suffer. Successful people understand the importance of self-care. They prioritize their physical and mental health by exercising regularly, eating well, and taking time to relax and recharge. Regular exercise isn't just good for your body, it also boosts your mental clarity, reduces stress, and helps you think more creatively. When you're healthy, you have the energy to perform at your best, day after day, practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Gratitude and mindfulness are two powerful habits that successful people use to stay grounded and focused. By taking time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, you train your mind to focus on the positives rather than getting bogged down by stress or negativity. Mindfulness helps you stay present and calm. Even when life gets chaotic, it allows you to make decisions from a place of clarity rather than reacting impulsively. When combined with gratitude, it fosters a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey. And while there's no one-size-fits-all blueprint for success, these habits are a powerful foundation. By making small, consistent changes in your daily life, you can transform your future. It all starts with one step. Are you ready to take it?